The story of a man imprisoned for over 2 decades for a brutal assault only to be exonerated by DNA evidence years later exposes the haunting paradox in criminal justice. Conviction hinged almost entirely on the unwavering certainty of an eyewitness, whose testimony dissolved overnight when scientific analysis proved another perpetrator's guilt. The astute of you would notice that I did not mention a person's name because this case is far from isolated, and in fact underscores the systematic vulnerability of human memory. However sincerely conveyed, can become an instrument of profound injustice. Yet, despite the psychological research confirming the malleability of eyewitness testimony, this reliance persists partially due to deep-rooted legal traditions that equate a witness's confidence with accuracy. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I am, of course, Mustafa, and today I will be breaking down why eyewitness testimony is actually poop-ass. Explain how memory works, common causes for eyewitness errors, and psychological research and experiments, as well as much more shit, really breaking this whole entire topic down. Now, let's begin. Memory isn't a fucking video recorder, it's a live construction site. Coding happens in the chaos of the moment. What we think we see is wrapped by where our attention lands or doesn't land, how we perceive threats, and whether our stress floods our system with cortisol blurring details like a shaking camera. Storage isn't a safety deposit box. It's a messy warehouse where memories degrade and fuse with other fragments over time. Think of a biological game of telephone. The original file gets corrupted the second it's saved. Then comes retrieval, where the brain desperately pieces strands together, filling gaps with plausible fabrications. The brutal truth: every recall rewrites the memory, so that clear image in an eyewitness's mind, it's less of a photograph and more of a Pablo Picasso with Parkinson's painting a picture while under duress. In short, you're a big fucking dummy who can't remember shit. And I know that because I'm a big fucking dummy who can't remember shit. I can barely remember to fucking feed myself and wipe my ass, and you're expecting me to remember someone's fucking face? The justice system's faith in eyewitnesses is like trusting a funhouse mirror telling a fat she's skinny, or telling an ugly dude he's fucking handsome. Stress and trauma turn perception into survival mode. The weapon focus effect hijacks attention, narrowing vision to the knife or the gun while the perpetrator's face blurs in the background and noise. Adrenaline fuels fight or flight, not meticulous observation. You're not identified as suspect, you're praying to live. Then there's the cross-race effect. Ugly quirk of the brain writing, making it harder to distinguish facial features outside of one's own racial group. Relax, you're not racist, because this shit happens to everyone. It's not malice, it's neural laziness with catastrophic consequences. Post-event information acts like psychological sabotage. A cop's leading questions, tabloid headlines, or other witnesses' certainty injects false details into fragile memories. Elizabeth Loftus proved this misinformation effect decades ago, showing people a fake accident footage, and suddenly everybody fucking remembered the broken glass that never existed. Yet, worse, confidence struts into the courtroom like it means a goddamn thing. Real quick recap, what have we learned? Your memory sucks, you can't tell people's facial structures outside of your own race, you're gonna hyperfixate on guns and fucking knives and all that other shit, and like all things, time is going to pass and your memory is going to fucking fade, forgetting the minute details, turning the courtroom into a shit show. The justice system doesn't allow eyewitness errors, it fucking engineers them. Cops conducting lineups often know who the suspect is, leaking unconscious cues, raising an eyebrow, a hesitant pause, that pressure witnesses into picking anyone. And if the witness dares hesitate, law enforcement might encourage them with a little nudge. Take another look. Really look at the lineup, my friend. That bullshit transforms uncertainty into false certainty. By the time trial rolls around, the courtroom turns into a fucking shit show. The victim points at the defendant who's sitting right fucking there in a suit labeled accused and swears that that's the monster who fucked my dog in front of me. eyes full of tears, cheeks red, sweating, and the jurors eat that shit up. This is just like Law and Order. Mistaking rehearsed confidence for accuracy. Completely oblivious to the fact that the witness's confidence inflates with each retelling. As one Duke review article snarled, in-court IDs are highly prejudicial and rather meaningless. Now, there is good news. We can fix this clusterfuck, but it demands ditching archaic theater for science-backed rigor. Double-blind lineup administration is non-negotiable. Cops who don't know the suspect can't suspiciously sway witnesses, killing the feedback loop that inflates false confidence. Sequential lineups force absolute judgment. Is this the guy over relative guesswork? Slashing misidentification by 50% in field tests. Courts also need to stop coddling jurors with platitudes and arm them with brutal truths. And for fuck's sake, ban in-court IDs. They're legally sanctioned suggestions, as research proves. Jurors ignore instructions unless you hit them with simplified factor-by-factor breakdown of eyewitness reliability. Fuck me. Stop praying for eyewitness infallibility and start engineering systems that expect human falters. Expect for the worst, hope for the best. Have you never heard that fucking saying in your miserable lives? That was to the court system, not to the audience. You guys watching this, you guys are great. I love you. Hope you're doing great. Like I said before, enough of the fucking thoughts and prayers, and it's time to drag this justice system kicking and screaming into the 21st century. We've known for decades that eyewitness testimonies are fucking poop ass. They're a landmine of distortion. Memory builds itself like a drunk conductor, cops nudging witnesses towards disaster, and juries still bow to confidence like it's fucking gospel. And our court system bows down to the eyewitnesses and like, oh yes, Mr. Eyewitness, please pull out your cock or into or puss and I will slurp on it. Fuck me, dead cunt. That's all I got. Thanks for hanging out. I've been Mustafa. I've been an absolute idiot. Dislike this video because it was fucking poop ass and I hated it and you hate me. Subscribe because I know you're a fucking masochist. I'll see you around.